the guy that actually goes out and just plays basketball all day. You know what? I'd rather be more than just an athlete, because that's what black people are always known for. You know, it's a shame that, you know, black people are known to play basketball, football, and run track. You know, how about the black people that play hockey? How about the other black people that play rugby? You know, you got to think about other things. You have to expand out of your natural borders, manifest destiny. That's one thing that I've always tried to be different about. Because when you keep yourself in this box, as you say, you don't move anywhere.
Right.
And, you know, it takes people to really see the bigger picture of the world and what their life and what they have to entail in life for them to want to do more.
Right.
So, you know, I really sit there and think about that to myself every day. What if I didn't decide to go to a Catholic school where there were only 6 black people in the senior class?
Right.
You know, and just to see that I'm not just one person that's in this senior class, I'm one of the smartest kids, you know?
Right.
I graduated in high school in the honors program, AP placement. I got accepted into Morehouse University, Hampton, Morgan State. That's where I ended up going first as my first school. You know, just to go to these different schools, and once you get to these schools, you see the amazing black people who have changed the world who are in there. Oprah Winfrey. You have people like Martin Luther King, W.E.B. Du Bois, who actually was the first Supreme Court judge.
Right.
You sit there and you think about things like that, and you really say to yourself, what can I be? You know, the next Earl Graves, you know, start my own magazine. What can I do for myself, and what can I do for the world that's going to better everyone, that's going to actually bring the black people and just every minority itself into the light of what's really, truly the world is about to be.
Right, right. Because that's one thing that African Americans do. I mean, we kind of like, we do things to kind of bring everybody together between the music, the fashion. I mean, it doesn't really, it's for us, by us, but we don't really exclude. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We just do it because we love to do it, and that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So we definitely do things that are able to reach the whole entire world, and it's a very powerful, passionate message. So, you know, so the thing is that this is great dialogue. This is great dialogue. Now, I know in between you going to school, I know you're a parent, and I know you working hard. How many jobs do you have, or how is the work schedule? Because I know juggling being a parent, going to college. I mean, I'm sure you're doing a handful of things.
I do a lot.
Okay.
I gotta say I'm proud of myself. I work 3 jobs. I work 7 days a week. Go to school, work. I go to school full time, 4 days a week. I leave my house at 8:15 in the morning. I don't see my house till about 9:30 at night. And then once I get home, I gotta start studying. Gotta start getting myself to work, you know? Because just because you're tired doesn't mean that you have to automatically sleep.
Right.
You know, you gotta understand what's the bigger picture. If I stay up late this night and study to get that A in this microbiology class, what's that gonna get me in the future? That can get me, hopefully get me into medical school.
Yes.
That's what, you know, I had to sit there and think about, because at a point in time, I will admit, I stopped going to school.
Okay.
You know, I took a 1.5 years off.
Right, okay.
Just so much was going on in my life. I didn't know what to do.
Right, you had to regroup, okay.
Absolutely. I first attended Morgan State University. That's the first school I went to. Didn't do so good because fresh out of high school, just sparked into life like, oh my gosh, like I'm free, I'm away from family. I gotta do this. I gotta do everything that I need to do. So, you know, I just went in just head first, and I didn't do as well as I thought I could do, as I know I could have done.
Right.
So I came back home, started going to Westchester Community College, you know, played basketball there for a year. So then, you know, I stopped going to school for a time because all I was thinking about was like, you know what? I want to get this money. I want to go get fresh. You know, I want to go to school and just be Mr. Popular, just hang around with everybody in school. And, you know, it came to a certain amount of time is that, you know, it was great for a certain amount of time, but then after you come to a certain point, you're like, what am I doing?
Right, you have to definitely wake up.
You have to really wake up, and it was just a wake-up call, you know, and my parents weren't helping me. My parents aren't helping me with school, you know. I pay for things myself, you know, live on my own, you know, so
great.
you have to live your life for yourself.
Yes.
And that's what it was all about, because when I first went into college, it started off as me being under my father's shadow.
Okay.
You know, my father said, you're going to go to a black school. You're going to graduate from a black school. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You know what? Nah, don't even pick a major. I already know what major is perfect for you. You're going to do this major. And it was just all what everybody else wanted me to do. And I had to come to the realization in my life that, what am I doing for myself?
Right.
And what do I want for myself? Because if I continue to let everybody talk for me and speak for me, I'm not me.
Right.
I'm everyone else's, product. Don't get me wrong. I love my parents both dearly. I love them, immensely. But I needed to know what I need to do for me.
For you, right. Become your own person. I
So,
got you.
that's why, I had to leave home, moved out, got my own place, started to work, then got myself into Monroe. My dad did help me. He said, you know what, you need to, he did push me a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I do give some thanks for him for that. But when it comes to me getting the good grades and the dedication that I put in, that's all me.
Right. It's
because
all drive.
It's all that drive. It's that hunger. It's that hunger for success.
Yes.
Because without success is what really matters in life.
Right.
Being successful is what really matters in life. Don't get me wrong, having the best clothes is probably a great thing. Wearing a $900 coat, wow, don't get me wrong, that's cool. But after that $900 coat, where are you going at the end of the day?
Right.
Is it taking you to your own house, or are you still taking a cab home and asking your friends for train fare?
Right.
That's where you really sit there and think about it, because, I sit there and, I go to the club sometimes, not really that much, because that's not my scene anymore. When I was younger, I thought it was like, yo, this is the cool thing to do. Let me just be in the club with all my friends. But I came to a realization in life that, you know what, I want to take a step back and just live things differently from the outer perspective, out of the box.
Right.
Because when you're someone on the inside looking out, you see things only the way that you would want yourself to see. But when you're looking from the outside in, you see things like, you know what, this is not really what I want to do.
Right.
So I had to switch my life around.
Okay. Wonderful,
and
wonderful.
That was the main thing in life, that I had to really learn that I'm here for me.
Right. Now, I had a conversation yesterday with a friend of mine. He's a producer. And what he said to me is that he said that he wants to quit producing music, because certain things aren't really, far as from his perspective, aren't working out. Things aren't coming to him. He feels he's talented. He feels his music is hot. But he feels like, well, people are overlooking me. Now, I've been doing this for like 20 years. You just graduated from college, maybe, I would say maybe 6 years or whatever the case may be, and been producing somewhere in that area. Now, 20 years, I have the same drive, I have the same fire that I've had from the very beginning. No matter what level of success, what level of finance that I'm on, I love this. So what happens is, it depends on you. It depends on you and the drive that you have, and that will determine where you're going to be. Because me, I will die doing this. This as in, I'm originally a fashion designer. I'm fashion, music, entertainment, I love the whole thing. But I will die doing this, meaning like you will never hear the word quit, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how rough it gets. So the thing I want people to know is ambition. Ambition, fire, okay? The fire burning within, and your passion to become the best at whatever it is you're doing. Well, I want to say thank you to my guests.
Thank you for having
Thanks
me.
for coming
appreciate
on,
it.
Zach.
No, I really appreciate it too, definitely.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So, any just quick words you want to say to our viewers out there? Just real quick.
Wow. I can, I'll say this very quickly as possible. I speak at my church's graduation banquet for high school students every year. And one thing that I say is that don't ever have the word quit or can't in your vocabulary. Because once you have those two words in your vocabulary, things just start to go downhill. And the tallest tree and the strongest tree can be blown away without a strong root. And therefore that means like keep a strong foundation. Always remember who you are to yourself, and no matter what, and you'll be able to survive. And nothing is ever not possible in life. And that's really what I want to say.
All right, thank you. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone out there for watching College Blok. Peace.
History in the making. Let's go.